I've decided to go ahead and do some another pour on this piece. I like it okay the way it is, but it's an opportunity, I think, to see what you can do with something that's okay. It's not outstanding, it's just okay. So might as well play with it and see what we can do. I've got some ideas. I don't see it, as I first saw it, I saw this as being a stalk and it being tall. But now that I've got this, excuse me, stalk or whatever you want to say in here, vine, it looks like it's some sort of a vine. And it would be better if I positioned it like so, long ways. So I already put some blue on there. Wasn't thinking because I didn't have my recorder turned on. I was so into thinking what I was going to do with the piece that I was brain dead. So, all right. For better or worse, here we go. I have decided that at some strategic points here, I'm going to put some bigger flowers. I'm going to try to leave some of the background flowers in and try to bring some flowers forward, which is easier said than done, but that's what it's about. So we're going to start out. Again, trying to remember to keep our colors less than what we want them to be, smaller, in other words, than what we want them to be. So I'm going to try to get a flow like so. So these are the flowers I'm going to work with. All right. And I'm going to have some quiet time. I'm just telling you ahead of time because I've got to think about this. So when I have figured out what it is I'm going to do next, I will speak up, but I just need some time to think as I'm going through this process. So please excuse the silence. Okay. This flower here, I don't like this one, so this flower here probably will cover that one, so I'm not going to worry about that for right now. Besides, that's background. I really like this little flower here, and I got that accomplished by blowing with a straw. Most of the stuff I couldn't blow with a straw because the resin was too dry. But I was able to do that one, so I'm going to try to do some more of those and give some more interest to the blooms. I think, well, that one there will probably go off. Okay, I'm going to move on for that now. Okay, and I've been thinking how to get the rolled back highlighted look without it being quite so bright. So I have mixed them white in with I will post the colors at the end of this because I need to get this poured so I have plenty of time to work with it. And I think I've talked so much my throat's sore too. Imagine that. Okay. Now, get out my trusty little tool here. I think, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I've mixed up this really pretty Quin red violet, which makes a really nice shadow color. And I'm going to see about pouring. See if I can pour this right in the middle, because this sort of, I think, would work. Maybe that's really too much. I mean, it just takes such a very little bit. Now, in the center of that, I want it to be lighter. So, I'm going to put this really pretty little green in there. Let's see if I can just put a dot in there. There you go. Okay. So far, so good. Now, I cleaned this off with alcohol before I started. So we'll see how that works. Okay, now that I've got my flowers in, I need to think about what sections of the background I want to stay, because I want different shades in the background. As you can see, I've got some darker blue here, and I've mixed I mixed up two shades, which I'll talk to you about in the end of the video. Okay, I really like this here, so I think I'm going to try to keep that, but I need to color these. These are pretty shape, but they're not good color. So I'm going to start out by putting some of this deeper color, deeper green. Don't want to get too much. It's easy to overdo. Okay, let's hold that there. Now, I've got this really pretty called Bright Aqua Green, which I didn't have in the last one, so I'm going to try to introduce some of that in there. See what happens. You never know. There you go. Now, a lot of this, I think I'm just going to put clear resin. Okay, now let's see if we can get some little leaf-looking things up here. Also decided I was going to introduce in some bronze on this woody stalk, so that it will maybe show a little bit more dimension. See, this is already looking cool right here. Like some greenery down there. Okay. Now we have to, yeah, bring in this wonderful color here. Oh, I love this color. Makes me happy. Hope it makes you happy. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Okay, let me see here. You don't want to get the color too close because these are going to spread out once we blow it. And I can always come back in and put some more. Don't want to get too busy. I think I'm going to hold it for there right now. Okay, let me see. I think put a little heat on it and see what happens. I don't know. Maybe I should put a little bit of the, yeah, I'm going to try putting a little bit of the clear on, so I don't want it to spread out too much. And this will kind of hold it back, hopefully. We'll see. Probably should have went ahead and put a little bit of that bronze in there before I put this clear all over. You can always come back to in the darker areas and add clear, and it should, let's say right here. See, that kind of breaks that up. Let's see how that works. I turned off one of my lights because I hope it's not too dark, but it was really glaring and it was causing the camera to do funny things. So hopefully it won't be too dark. Can't wait to get my new lights in. They're supposed to be in on Friday. Go to Amazon. But then I got to set them up and figure out where's the best place to put everything. And also I'm going to have to move all this mess around, and this table is, as you can, well, you can't see, but anyhow, it's full. Alright, I don't want to shove that over too much there. Trying to think about what's going to happen when I start spreading this stuff out, trying to get some definition. Hopefully, I don't want it to shove everything off. So I think I'm going to stop with that. I can always come back. Alright. Here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, I think that's enough heat for right now. I can, there's my little There it is. Okay, this right here needs some help. And I wonder if I can just kind of do like that. We'll see. I want the edges to be kind of curly, but rose hollyhocks are they kind of look more like a hibiscus. I don't know. Well, the old hollyhocks do. They kind of look more like a hibiscus bloom, but if you're familiar with hibiscus blooms, but okay, now let's see. I need some more of this stuff. This pink. See if I can incorporate some of this right here. I want it to where it looks like it's rolling over. And light is catching it. Kind of get the idea what I'm doing here. So I think I can manipulate it to where it can generally get a little bit more of a flower shape to it. Hopefully. And this looks like it's kind of okay. Now I think it's about the time to get the straw out and see what I can do with the straw. This one here has got a nice shape to it, so I'm going to try not to disturb it too much. Yeah, my fan's sounds like it's having a heart attack over there. Okay, I don't like that. Get a little bit more there. Now the center. I need a little bit more of that green. Let me think. What green I want. I think I need some of this little bit darker green. And supposedly if I put this right where I want it and I blow into it, it's going to give you the illusion of having a lighter center. We'll see. I think that's quite enough. All right. It's looking pretty good. Here's some straw. Here it is. Okay. Trying to get where I can get to it. That looks pretty good. My head's probably going to be in the way, but I don't have enough breath for this, I don't think. Guess I just have to blow harder. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good for right now. Let that sit for a while. I think I'll put a little bit more heat on it and see what happens. All right. Okay, I see an area here. I need to clean it up a bit. Okay, don't be afraid to scoop the stuff up. It'll work. Scoop it up and get it off of there. Now, okay, I think that one's looking pretty good. We might need some lighter pink on some of these. They're looking a little bit purple. I'm not sure that's going to be an asset there, so yeah. This around here needs some help because it's not spreading out as much as I thought it was going to. So, let's see if we can get some semblance of leaves in here. Okay. Guess we need some help there. That's going good there. It's time to assess it. Let's see what we got going here for us. You might have to mix up a little bit more of this other green. That kind of looks nice there, getting a bit of a highlight. Okay. I think that needs to just be mucked up a little bit more. Muck it up. All right. So far, so good. Okay. Ooh, that's getting thick. Put some more in here. Don't think I had enough resin to begin with. I think I had a little bit too much of the paint. Okay. Okay. This is a bronze color. I don't know, it looks like copper to me, but called bronze. I think it's called brass. Don't look like brass. Anyhow, I'm going to add this to the vine, stalk, whatever you want to call it, to give it some dimension. I mean, it's already looks pretty cool, but I think it needs a bit of definition. So that's what I'm doing. This stuff is stringy. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if all these strings are going to be an asset or not, but I'm not really figuring out how I can keep from getting them in there because it's so stringy. But I like the color, so we'll just deal. There you go. And it's a bit over here showing that it's connected to these leaves. And then we could even put some more leaves since we got some nice stalks here. Alright. Let's see. That looks like a pretty good flow. I think that's working pretty good. I think I'm going to, yeah, it needs a little bit more through here. Like this is coming over. Can't say I like this, the way this is working as far as the texture of this particular. It's something my sister loaned me to test it out, and it's from Prima. Yeah, doesn't seem to be working as well as the for sure it doesn't work as well as the Artisue, but when you live in the States you can't just run over to Artisue and get your stuff. So you have to give up some things that you girls over there in Australia can get. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I don't want to get it too scrappy looking. Alright, we'll stop on that for a while. I think I better get some more of this paint down. Let's see what I think about the flowers. They're looking pretty good. Let's see if I can. Let's see. This one here is the one that looks really purple, bluish purple. Don't like the looks of that. I think all of those other look pretty good. I'll put a little bit of something on that one. Okay. Now sometimes you can just put like a smear that might say, what is that? Oh, I don't know what that is, but maybe it's a flower in the distance. Well, I know what I was going to do. I need to put some little buds, you know, They don't have any buds. And the hollyhock has a little round looking bud on it. So let's see if we can get something that looks like that. It gives it a little bit different texture. And they're usually up right around the top. Let's see if we can get some up there. I think I need some more of that either dark blue. Yeah, I got a bunch of dark blue, so I'm going to see if I can put a base down. Because we're losing the texture here. I don't want to cover everything up I've already done in the first pour, which is easy to do. So I'm going to put down some darker color. Doesn't have to be green. As long as it's a darker color that you can put a lighter color on top. And give it that semblance of, okay, don't have anything there. Ooh. Nothing like setting your cup down into the resin. Okay. It's really hard to see if this is covered good. Guess I need to get something poking it. That right there doesn't have any. That's pretty good. Some there. Oops, I might have put a little bit too much. I don't want those woody stalks to lose their shape. I think this right here needs a bit. There. I've got plenty of resin left. I think I'm going to try mixing up some darker green. Some more of the different greens. Because we need some. Need something there. I don't know. There's my rag. Okay. See how this is looking better just with the darker color in there? Okay. There's my little tool. How can you lose something? You're sitting right here. I don't know. I'm going to mix up some more of that dark green, I think. And maybe some other light green. Yep. I'm wondering if I should, yeah, maybe I should heat it just a little bit. Spread it out before I go any further. Okay, I think I need to take a sec and look at this. Don't like that. It doesn't have any color to it. It just looks like a washed out color. So I'm going to put some red in there, so maybe it won't get too dark, but it'll give it a bit more color. And I think I'm going to try to put a little bit of color to that right there. That'll work. This is already setting up, so I'm going to have to be careful here how much longer I go. So okay, get this green mixed up before I run out of time. Okay, there's some green. Hopefully I didn't get too much in there. Okay, I also mixed some of that red violet color in with the green. It makes a nice hunter green. That's what I've done before, and it really worked good for a background. So I'm going to try to inadvertently put some of these dark green areas here and there. Maybe and connect them together a bit so it isn't disjointed. And it seems to work pretty good just to sort of throw it down there and not be too nice to it. Here, I think that's going to work good. Doesn't have any paint there. I mean, any resin on it there. I don't think it has any there either. A lot harder to do when you are trying to not cover everything up, but you need to make sure you got resin on everything. Alright, enough of that. Now, let's see if we can mix up some of this really pretty limey green. Okay, there you go. Where's the rest of it? That's cool. This is really, ooh, that's looking so pretty on top of that green. Ooh, wish you could see it better. I know you can't probably see it. I don't know what's causing that, but it's working. Sometimes you just have to have happy accidents. What can you say? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Some of this really cool stuff that's went over the sides here is good to use too. No point in wasting it. Oh yeah, there's some place we need some right there. And this is just barely tinted with green, and so I think that will serve to not cover everything up, still be able to see through it. All right, and maybe get some more of those cool effects. Who knows? I'm pleased with the fact that these haven't gotten too big yet. They're in a good size, but I do need to I need to fire my torch up here and see what I can get. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of white in those. Yeah, where's it that? I'll use this. Okay, the center of these flowers has a kind of a star-looking shape in them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it or not, but we're going to give it a try. Kind of like that. I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to try this first. I think that worked better. And then I'm just going to put a dot in the middle. Like that. Okay, here, oops, light on the white. I don't need to get too light. Again. Alright, let's leave that and see what happens there. I think I'm gonna, okay, this right here. Yeah, I should have did what I was going to do to this first before I almost to the point of no return here. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, before I do that, I gotta put a little bit of that dark color there in the center. Right here. Oh boy, that's stringy. Gotta get some of the dark in the center though. Okay, I got it. I think I need a little bit of white. Try not to get too much white. It's easy to get overly excited about getting your highlights in. I know I do it all the time. It's so hard not to. All right. I think there's a little bit here I can see that needs some more clear. Right through here. And I really think I need to get something there. Should have made up some more of the gold. I think it's too late now. So I need to incorporate that bronze in with the gold so that you can see that it has dimension. Okay, doesn't take much. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's see. One reason I have been doing this, and I may have said this to some of you, but I have a real problem with getting too tight with my paintings. And I'm trying to loosen up. And this only has a small window of time, so it really does force you to put it on, slap it down, and leave it alone. And that's what I think this medium is going to teach me with the rest of my art, is don't dilly-dally with it too long. Try to learn that anyhow. Huh. Maybe I haven't learned it so good yet, but I push it to the limit every time. And I'm one of these kind of people that I can always see something else I need to do to it, when actually probably it would have been just good enough to leave it alone. But we'll see. Alright, I'm going to have to heat it up whether I like it or not. times a blind. I'm going to heat it up and see if maybe I can move a little bit of that white around. Let's see here real quick. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to pull it. All right. Let's pull it and see what we got. I think this is going to stretch out anyhow once this starts drying. Hopefully. See, that's already stretching. Okay, I see some spots it needs clear. Well, I hope that this has been an improvement. Can't really tell until it's sit back and take a look at it in comparison to the first one. And that's one reason I like to have that picture before I pour another one. Do another pour, because you can really determine if you did good, you did bad. And hopefully it will help you future pours. Not to make the same mistake. I think I'm getting most of it. Trying not to disturb what I've already got here. All right. Oops, I'm losing some of that there. The only thing I know to do is try to save it. Maybe that might work. All right. All right, here we go. I'm going to put a little bit more. I've lost my white here. Yeah, looks pretty good. You can always use your white outside of the lines too. Okay. Let me see if we can. One more little squirt. Where is it? All right, gang. I think that's about the best I can do without totally messing it up. And we'll see how this moves around. Hopefully, you'll get a little bit more movement on this white. I would like for it to have a little bit more movement on the white. I'm going to try to put a little bit more right there to highlight that tip of that stamen. There you go. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the copper. See if I can get a little bit more definition. I don't know, this stuff is so stringy. Probably isn't going to be so good. No, it's not going to work. Maybe it'll work just to got some of this blue. See how stringy it is? Yeah, that'll work. Kind of like the shadow side of the stalk. You know, all stalks have shadow sides. This is the Artisue mix. It also has the ultramarine blue, but it was a little bit transparent, so I mixed in some of the vallajo Prussian blue to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more opacity. Gosh, can't talk. Okay, let's see how that works now. A little bit more definition. Okay, I think I'm picking at it now. All right. Okay. I do see one thing here that really doesn't look right. Okay, holy moly. I don't know how long this video is, but probably take me till the month of Sundays to download it. But anyhow, I think it's pretty good. Heat it up a little bit. We'll smooth it out. Make sure there's no bubbles. There was bubbles. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it quits. Really, this time I am. Right, huh? Okay, I'm going to use this excess leftover resin I have here to grease the sides up, paint them. Again, if you don't remember, you didn't see the first video, this is done on a floor tile, 8 by 20. They're really good substrates to use, inexpensive. You can play and don't feel guilty if you mess it up. So that was my idea as far as the reason why I did it this way. Okay, I see something here I need to get out. Okay, rather than taking up more of your time, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I'll finish up the sides. Check it for bubbles again. Cover it up. I might take a picture of it just to see how much it moves so I can determine from, you know, the picture if it moved much after I finished up with it. So, other than that, I think I'm going to get something I don't turn the video off. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed it. Till we pour again. Hope you're enjoying your day. And we'll see you next time. Bye.